Hey, listeners, have you ever wondered what you're missing on the Patreon?
Let us ask you these questions. Do you like the Pre-Fixe? There's an extended version of it every week on the Patreon called the a la carte.
Do you miss your favorite dead celebrities? We have a medium who comes on to talk to them on the Patreon.
Are you an astrology buff? We have an astrologer who comes to the Patreon to read the celebrity stars.
Do you want to hear what we edit out of the podcast? Then you can listen to our cutting room floor episodes on the Patreon.
Do you ever wish we could fix you? Then listen to our all-tier advice episodes right now on the Patreon.
And if you ever want to kiki with other listeners of this pod, come to one of our hilarious live Zoom spectaculars.
Still not convinced? No problem. Head on over to patreon.com/fixingfamouspeople to listen to an example episode of each of these, absolutely free. See you on Patreon.
Where's Shelley?
Is there anything more misunderstood in history than magic? Here's what your history classes conveniently skipped. The world was not built by logic and reason alone. It was built by something much more ancient.
The Hidden History of Magic tells the true stories of the astrologer in the White House, the intuitive who sat alongside Gilded Age tycoons, and the black ops government agencies that have used mediums to talk to aliens since the 30s.
These moments often get covered up, sidelined, or buried because they prove something. Magic is not fringe. It's used every day.
Because while we've been trained to trust everything but our own intuition, the people in power never stop consulting the stars. They know something we've been taught to forget. Magic is real, and we have access to it.
I'm Rhiannon Hauk.
And I'm Erin Bagwell.
We are psychics, witches, mothers, and storytellers ready to break down history's best-kept secrets.
Welcome to the Hidden History of Magic.
This is Fixing Famous People, the podcast where two reality television producers pitch solutions to save celebrities in dire straits.
But first, let's get to the Pre-Fixe, your weekly pop culture roundup.
Oh, wow. I am fresh from just having finished the third and final episode of the America's Next Top Model doc on Netflix, and all I can say is,
I'm waiting with bated breath, Dominic, because I've not seen
everything you think it's gonna
one
be.
frame. I've not seen one frame. So tell me, give me your unfiltered review, please.
Well, if there's one word to describe Tyra Louise Banks, that word is unrepentant. She spends so much time in the first episode talking about all the boxes she ticked off, and Tyra being a trailblazer, not news, but we'll give her that. The show was, her modeling career was, we get it. But baby, the shit that went down on this show, a lot of stuff I forgot. And they make it a point of saying, like, you know, the world is savaging ANTM now because of the rewatching that took place during COVID, and everyone's looking at it through a different lens. And I think we can all cop to, yes, it was a different time. Television was a little bit more reckless back then, particularly reality television.
Sure.
I'll speak as someone who was doing dicey shows during the time. None, for the record, as dicey as the shit that I saw.
You weren't doing
on
race
America's
swapping.
Next
You weren't. Mari wasn't doing race swapping, Dominic. They weren't.
I wasn't filming a sexual assault during season 2 of a television program and airing it. I mean, these were, wow. I mean, she blames the viewers. And when she is confronted with all of these specific stories, that was on production. That had nothing to do with Tyra. So Tyra's the boss in episode 1.
Oh, brother. And
by
then,
episode 3 of
she's
this, she's an innocent bystander.
Yeah, of course. What a fucking surprise.
I gotta tell you, I am prone to exaggeration, as we all know. However, if there is a network or a streamer or a production company that allows Tyra to move forward with the 25th cycle, I have to say this, as someone who worked in reality for literally decades, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't, you know what? She will survive this. We know she will, but I'm at the moment after having just freshly watched it by saying, I don't know how. I don't know how she does. She comes off looking fucking
Terrible.
horrible.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
For her to close these episodes with "we're doing another season" means she had no creative input into this doc, because an idiot wouldn't have said something like that if they knew how this was going to look.
Well, Dominic, you know that someone sent me the other day, like she did an interview and she said, ANTM put me on the map, but my legacy is ice cream. That's what she said.
You know, she better fucking hope that it is. She better freeze that hot ice cream, and she better get.
She was like, my legacy is ice cream. And the interviewer did everything that they could to not laugh in her face, truly. At any point, did anyone, her, Miss J, Mr. J, Nigel, etc., did anyone say, like, we were, because here, in my opinion, is the perfect way to wriggle out of this whole thing, is for them to say, we were trying to mirror what it would be like when these girls then went into the world of fashion and modeling, which is an absolute hellscape of a place.
Sure. Absolutely.
Like, did anyone say that?
Because
it's like not. Yes. Okay, good.
Now,
because that's
by
like
say that. Yes. Did they say it? Did I feel like? I mean, they meant it, because at the time they probably really thought, "Oh, this is behind the scenes of what happens." But it's funny because this very famous season 2 Shandy. In the hot tub, she
Dominic
was wasted.
It was yesterday. I remember it.
And you're looking at it differently now. Like, was it salacious? Did we watch it? We did. Should we be ashamed? Yeah, of course we should. I mean, times change. No one would tolerate it today. It was an actual sexual assault, and the way they filmed it and allowed it, and she called her boyfriend and told him, it looks, by 2026, through 2026 lenses, it looks vulgar. I mean, it looks terrible. There was another woman who many seasons later, I don't remember this, but they were in, I think, South Africa, and she was filming with a bunch of male models, and this woman
and the guy was being gross to her, and she said it. She said to them and was like, "Don't do that anymore." And they were all like, "You got to make him like want to be with you, girl." Like, and it's like, no, this man
looked at her like she was crazy. Jay Manuel looked at her like she was crazy.
They all have blood on their hands. They can say that they don't. They can try to play it off. They can do do the advice that I just gave them, which is be like, you think this is bad? Like, this worse shit is happening every day in the modeling world still now. Like, that's what they all should be saying, right? Don't you think?
1,000%. 1,000%. And look, the touching part, it was very much set up as Nigel, Miss J, and Jay Manuel versus Tyra. Okay, and Tyra posits that the network came to her and said, you need to let all 3 of them go. No one believes that it was the network. They all believe that it was Tyra. Yeah. And Tyra's not spoken to any of these people since they were let go, including Jay Alexander, who had a debilitating stroke 4 years ago and has been unable to walk, is just learning how to speak. And they even ask him, like, have you heard from Tyra? No, not yet. Girl, she's not calling.
No.
Tyra's not calling. I want to say she's been told by her lawyers, but I don't think lawyers even needed to tell Tyra to be.
But they got fired billions of years ago. That was like before any of this.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. But it's just the tone of it is that they're laying everything at Tyra, and Tyra is
none the wiser.
When I tell you that she's sitting there smugly, disingenuously talking about all of it, this woman's on a different planet. And speaking of exaggeration, allow me to say she's always been. But the one thing that separates sociopaths and psychopaths from the rest of us is empathy. This woman had not 1 ounce of it. And they're cutting to interviews of women in tears about how this changed their lives for the absolute fucking worst. And Tyra's like, I can take it. I can evolve. Give me the critiques. Give me your shit. Call me out on my shit. But then when they ask her to own it, she's like, oh, that's on production. Baby, Tyra, you do not deserve to come back on television after this. We do not need America's Next Top Model 25.
We sure don't.
There's blood all over it, man.
I'm like sprinting to go watch it after this because people have been.
Tell me when you're watching it so I can shut off everyone on my phone but you, because I have a feeling you're going to be live texting it with me.
I'll just FaceTime you into my viewing of it. But I'm like, Hassan it won't survive this, by the way. Like when we watch this together, Hassan's going to be like he's going to be like having to leave the apartment because he's going to be out of his mind so much. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to survive this stuff. Oh my God, I can't wait. And then for her to be like, and now I'm doing ice cream. Like Santa Smize, here's my new single. Like she is, we've always called her a lunatic, but even if it's not your fault, even if at every point they shut her out of this, even at every point if they said, we can't let Tyra know about this or blah, blah. Because like that does happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like even if she is truly like there is no blood on her hands, that doesn't matter because she needs to stand up and be like, my name was on this and I have to take the fall for it regardless of if I was privy to this or not. Period.
Yeah, not only is there blood on Tyra Banks' hands, she's Carrie at the prom right now. That's how much fucking blood is on Tyra Banks over this. I mean, she's must
Nicole
be.
Scherzinger at the end of Pussycat Boulevard.
At best. Tyra's got to be scrolling through threads today saying, why did I do this? She did it because she thought she was riding a nostalgia wave and that this would be the perfect thing going into season 25. But you feel it in the pit of your soul when she says, wait till you see what we have coming for season 25. And I'm in my living room going, are you going to rape children this time? Like, what are you doing, Tyra?
Is it the Hunger Games?
What can you do?
Like literally, they have to fight to the death to try to get on the runway. Like, what's the,
Culturally, and again with an exaggeration, just for a little hyperbole for your Wednesday, culturally, I have to say, when I finished that third episode, given that we're living in the Epstein Files era, and for this to come out, I hate saying this as one of the two people whose names are on this podcast, but Fame is not having a good look right now, man. It's sort of bathed in vulgarity at this point between your Jill Zarins and your Next Top Model, and how the fuck all these billionaires and famous people that we know and love are in the Epstein Files, and they have this own little club.
Begging to come to the island, begging to go there.
Baby.
J.K. Rowling begging Jeffrey Epstein after he was already indicted for being a pedophile, begging him to come to Harry Potter and the Cursed Child, saying, I would love for you to be there. That fucking dumb, stupid bitch. Fucking hate that dumb cunt. Hate her. Death. Anyway.
Fame is not having, if we're doing winners and losers of the week, a la, or what does Andy Cohen do? The jackhole of the week?
Jackhole of the week,
This week's jackhole is fame. Being famous is just... If I'm a famous person and someone spots me on the street this week, I'm going to deny who I am and just keep walking.
Like, no.
I'm not famous. Famous people are disgusting.
I don't know who you're talking about. Yeah.
I don't know. You know, if only everyone could be like Cher, the world would be a better place. You know who's coming forward and saying Cher victimized me? Not a single person.
Not one person.
You know how many times Cher is in the Epstein Files?
0 times.
One time.
Period.
Hollywood, you need to get your shit. This is why Hollywood's closing down anyway and moving to Hoboken. You need to get your shit together. Get it together,
Tumbleweeds.
man.
Tumbleweeds.
Let's quickly go through this week's death list. Good morning, everyone. Right after we recorded last week, we were delivered the news that poor James Van Der Beek had passed away. If you want to get involved in this GoFundMe with they bought a house and all this shit, I don't know that I even care about it. I'm just sad that the guy is dead. And he has...
He was sick for a very long time.
So many children. Sick for a long time. Had 6 kids. Was a part of a lot of people's formative years. We have said many times on this podcast, we love Don't Trust the Bee in Apartment 23, which I think for Jimmy Van Der Beek was an even more crowning achievement than Dawson's Creek, as far as I'm concerned.
And we have, when we fixed Katie Holmes, we talked about Dawson's Creek, but there really hasn't been a show since that was so... It was really really shot and it was, I don't know, that when you go back and rewatch
not that way.
You're like, wow, this is wow. Like we don't have this anymore. And it's,
Also who passed away this week, Jesse Jackson, obviously a tectonic public figure, ran for president twice. Also passing away, speaking of tectonic, speaking of behemoth, Oscar winner, Robert Duvall passed away earlier this week. 95 years old, 7 Oscar nominations, integral figure in The Godfather, Tender Mercies, a giant career. Apocalypse Now. I love the smell of napalm in the morning. This is, he's part of Hollywood history and was even nominated, if memory serves, in his 80s, he was nominated for that movie he did with Robert Downey Jr. called The Judge. He was nominated for supporting actor. That was
Oh my
his
God,
last.
I forgot about that movie.
Remember? He was so good in it.
Yeah.
So RIP to all of those people. A little levity during our death block. There was a host in the UK who, when he found out James Van Der Beek passed away, accidentally reported that Dick Van Dyke had passed
I saw
away.
that.
Dick Van Dyke's like, no, I'm just over here being 100.
He's like,
minding my own business.
Yeah. I'm just at the crypt doing my
Dick
job.
Van Dyke knows that obit's been written for about 13 years already.
25,
He's just like,
Dominic, 25
Keep it
years
in the
ago.
cloud. I'm not dead yet, bitch.
I was like a little kid and thought he was dead. And I was like, oh, Dick Clark, he was a legend. Like I was like a child.
No, Van Dyke, Dick Van Dyke.
Yeah, no, I know.
Oh, you said Dick Clark. You missed up
did
your
I say
dicks.
that? Oh,
Oh, if I had a nickel.
The other, well.
The other, that's a dead Dick.
Is he dead? Is he dead?
Dick Clark is definitely dead. That's
Okay,
the
got
dead
it.
Dick.
Yeah.
Dick Van Dyke lives to zippity doo dah another day. See what I did there? Zippity doo.
Goodbye.
Dot day. Question of the week, as it has been for the past 3 weeks. Where's Nancy Guthrie?
No, where is she? This is really bad.
I love when I get a news alert that says Savannah Guthrie may not return to the Today Show. I wish I could respond to these alerts and say, you think?
Yeah.
Like of course she's
also,
not.
they're going through enough. Like, don't do this. Like, don't say she won't return. Like, don't stop.
I do not understand. I mean, the president's involved. He's unilaterally giving the death penalty to the people who, there's not, as of today, and we're recording this Tuesday afternoon, there are no clues. We've seen someone at the Ring camera. Someone's found a glove.
But then that person was taken, and then allegedly that person was taken into custody and then released, which is not a good sign.
Yeah. And now I'm hearing that they found a glove, and the gloves that they're finding are actually from police who took off their gloves when they were inspecting the crime scene and threw them on the floor. This is a major celebrity. How have they not?
No.
How have they not gotten on top of this? It's so bizarre. We're not getting the full story about anything with this. And that's fine. I don't need the full story with the criminal investigation. I know they don't want to tip their hand to it. Or is it hand or hat? What is that expression? Tip their hat.
No, but tip the hat is like I'm saluting you. Tip your hand is like showing your hand, I think.
Got it. So they don't want to say shit is what I'm trying to say. They don't want to let the criminals in. And I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
How is there not a shred of evidence?
And like for how many AI will save humanity, like Super Bowl commercials there were about like how like the Ring doorbell can like have all the like your lost dog will be found on the Ring doorbell. Like, why can't they find this lost woman?
Because
like if they have all this technology that they have that's like spying on us 24/7, 1984, George Orwell, maybe you've heard of it. Like, why did she not have an air tag on her? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
I don't know.
Like I understand why she didn't, but like what? Like with all this technology that you so badly wanted to sell my data for, why do we not? What's happening?
Let's do our part here. Let's do our part. Ready? Hey Siri, where is Nancy Guthrie? She literally just responded with Nancy Guthrie resides in Nashville, Tennessee. Okay, I don't know what Nancy Guthrie she's talking about, but attention, inept Arizona police people. Go to Nashville, Tennessee, because that's where Siri says Nancy Guthrie is.
Goodbye. Well, plus, the first people on the scene of this were like the one guy.
Keystone Cops.
The one guy that does like the overnight and in Tucson. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
of course. I'm sure like fucking Roscoe P. Coltrane from the Dukes of Hazzard rolled up in there first. Like, where's Mrs. Guthrie? Where is he? Kill. That's who's doing it out there. How do you not fucking know where this woman is?
That got me.
Christopher, the number one movie.
Paul Bart Mall Cop showed up on his Segway.
So the number one movie of the week. Now let's really switch gears. We've had so much death. Wuthering Heights, number one movie in the country. I have not seen it. You have. You went on a Valentine's date with your man to see it.
Sure did.
Let me ask, is it worth the hype? Because I'm hearing that I have to have sex with the popcorn attendant before I leave the theater because it's so steamy.
It isn't. Like, it's not Saltburn where he's like swanging his dick everywhere and like
fucking
all that
a
shit.
Grave. Yeah.
Like, it's not. Yeah, which thankfully it's not that, because I fucking like that movie. People like loved it. I was like, what on earth is this? And it went like way too far, way too many times. This was like It was kooky and weird. And the set design and the costumes, when I tell you, like, to die for. Like, her...
It looks lush. It looks very
gorgeous,
like a very
and like
lush
the
movie.
settings, like because they're on like the moors, like and they're like in these like every single frame of this movie is absolutely gorgeous. Like it was beautiful. I thought they both did an incredible job. Everyone's like, it's not Wuthering Heights, and I was like, well, that's why there's the quotes in the title, because it's a departure from the book. So like if you are like the Emily Bronte stan of the world, like you're not going to be happy about it. For what it was, I thought it was great. I loved it.
I have not, from people that I know, I have not, and love and respect, you being among them, I have not heard a negative review.
I thought it was great. It was exactly what I assumed it would be. You know what I mean? It's like I went in, I was like, this is going to be really beautiful. There's going to be like drama, and they're going to want to be with each other, but they can't be with each other. You know, all the what you think is going to happen. And every shot of it is gorgeous. And
I'm sure.
I loved it. I don't know. I thought it was great. The title card of it is like their hair is like says Wuthering Heights. It's this like stop motion of like hair. And that does that really does reflect what the movie is, because the whole first half of the movie is just like their hair like intertwining together like in the wind.
I love that.
It's good. I liked it. Jacob Elordi looks so fucking hot in it. She looks, I mean, she's beautiful, we all know, but like she looks so beautiful. Everyone has their time to be really funny in it. Everyone has their time to be very serious. Hong Chow, who was in Homecoming and in a bunch of other things, she's so good in it.
Really?
Everyone that's in it is great. Like, I
can't wait to see it.
Was it 20 minutes too long? It sure was. You know what I mean? Like at a part where they're like still little kids, am I like, all right, they can be adults now? Like, yes, I thought that for 10 minutes, but like, that's my complaint for every movie. So
Emerald Fennell really does have the knack. Like everything that she gives us, people are talking about like mad every single movie.
And it's weird. There's like weird parts, and then there's parts that are very straightforward. There's this blue sitting room in the house once she, gets married and goes and like is rich. That's this blue sitting room that like we would all kill everyone in our family to be in. Do you know what I mean? Like we would be like, there's a montage where they first get married and they're like having all this fun, and it's like Christmas and Christmas again, and like all these parties they have in the house. It's a montage. I'm like, can I live in this montage? Like, I loved it.
I can't wait. 2 movies ago for Emerald Fennell, it was a Promising Young Woman with Carey Mulligan.
Yes.
And she did win the Oscar for Best Original Screenplay for that. The success of Wuthering Heights, obviously there are people that don't like it because there are people that don't like everything.
Everything, joy, happiness.
People are saying that it was bad for women. She should give the Oscar back. In light of the success of Wuthering Heights, that she should return because they don't like the way that she handled sexual assault in her movie. Because it was if you remember, it was like a revenge of someone being sexually assaulted, and Carey Mulligan
I was
taking revenge on them.
I was like, what are you talking about?
No. But they want her to give her Oscar back for Promising Young Woman, and I think Emerald Fennell's like, I'm not Milli Vanilli. Like, I'm not giving back an award. Like, you just, I'm sorry you didn't like it, but fuck off. From Wuthering Heights to Withering Careers. Oh, I waited all morning to say
goodbye.
That. I'm so happy. After we recorded and published last week, of course, Jill Zarin, who we eviscerated here for you last week. And thank you for all of the comments of support that we received.
God.
Jill Zarin out of the new Roni reunion. Taylor Armstrong, formerly of Real Housewives of OC, who on the same day issued similarly racist and ridiculous comments online, tried to distance herself from the comments she made. Not happening, Taylor. Sorry about it. Now, so Dorinda now, I know that the world is being given the marketing that Dorinda is replacing Jill on the new Roni reboot. Whether or not she'd already been cast and was going to be on it already is immaterial at this point, because they're spinning it as, we removed a problem and we're adding someone great, which is great for Dorinda because she's maybe one of the most entertaining housewives in the history of the empire. So good for her. Happy to have her on. Not 100% sure I'm going to be watching it, but we will be talking about it either way. The other big story, by the way, I got some alert the other day that Jill Zarin was like, they were checking her into a mental hospital.
Yeah, like she's like about to go off the deep end. Yeah, like she had
Let me tell you something.
Allie had to take a gun out of her mouth and like bring her to like Promises Malibu. Yeah, of course.
Jill Zarin's not going to a mental hospital unless the name of her law firm is called Mental Hospital LLC. Jill Zarin's not checking into a loony bin. She will fight this. She'll be back. Trust me, she'll be back.
Wait, how
that's
about
what she does?
How about whenever the like great grandson of like the Zarin Fabrics fortune put on his Instagram, like with her face with an X on it?
That is, I mean, that's for her. Knowing what I know of her, that had to be the thing that probably bothered her
More than
most.
anything.
I think that being banned by Zarin Fabrics meant more to her personally than the entire world knowing that she's a racist. What did I say last week? It was quoted to me so many times in DMs.
A rotted cunt.
Yes. TM. The other big story that dropped after we recorded last week was, this is about your girl, so I'll let you sing her song so we can get into it.
Britney watch.
Oh, baby. Hey, y'all. Britney Jean Spears letting you know she's fine, and now even more than fine, because she has sold her music catalog, following in the footsteps of just about every major star you can think of in the past couple of years. A 9-figure deal, which means we will be watching her almost fall and dance with knives in that dirty foyer for the rest of our lives, and she's not going to have to record a fucking thing.
She's like, you guys really think that I'm still performing in America? Like, watch this. Like, I legally won't even be able to do it.
She's going to Kris Jenner those sons. She's just going to become a momager now.
And I feel good about it. I feel great about it.
Mm-hmm.
And she doesn't need, again, she's not performing. She's like, I don't need the rights to this. I would rather just have a big, humongous payout and never have to deal with any of it and like fire all of my music people because I don't need to like I don't need anyone to keep running the ship. The ship is over. I did pay her and I'm out of here. And now I have like an assistant and a maid.
That's the way to do it.
And a driver and security and I'm good to go. You know what I mean? And I don't need a lawyer because I don't have anything to like, nothing a lawyer needs to touch. You know what I mean? I have my money and I'm good.
Say what you will. That is truly the American dream. You busted your ass, and now, decades away from what would be considered a real retirement age, she gets to say, "Guess what? I'm going to just be on boats and dance and shake my tits from 40 to 80 with all this money, and I'll never reach the bottom of it." She'll live on the interest. That is these days. That is the American dream.
Yes, but
that
also
would fulfill me. It is fulfilling me now. I just don't have any money.
She's like, I'm out of the goodbye. She's like, I'm out of the cycle. I don't need to play this fame game anymore. Bringing fame back up. Like, I don't need to be in the mix. Like, I'm out of the mix on purpose. Bye. You know what I mean? Like, she's like, you really thought I was going to do something? Here we go. I'll do something.
Speaking of in the mix and fame, Beyonce made her annual trip to Instagram to let us know that she's cooking up something. You know, coming on the heels of Jay-Z appearing in the Epstein files like 5,000 times, we'll see how this goes. As you reminded me this week, she has lost followers recently. Now, she still has hundreds of millions of them, but
she's fine.
People are paying attention. So she shows up, this third album, it's rumored to be rock. It's rumored to be called Black Betty, but she shows up on Insta with this blonde bob. Doesn't feel very rock and roll, but she does show up in some of these shots with a Puerto Rican flag and in other shots eating a hamburger. So the conspiracy theories about this are rivaling the JFK assassination about what's going on.
The magic bullet. They're saying it's the magic bullet.
It's crazy. So basically, I don't have the lyrics down 100%, but everyone's been waiting for a very long time for Beyonce and Gaga to release the sequel to Telephone. And in one of the shots, there is a telephone and she's eating a burger.
Has a telephone, yeah.
And there's some line about
two separate though.
There's a Puerto Rican flag in that telephone shot with the burger. They all mishmash all over each other.
Oh, really? I don't know. Anyway,
it's crazy.
Regardless.
No, they're in the same set of photos.
Sure.
So
yes.
Is she doing something with Bad Bunny? Also, people in Puerto Rico are probably like, there are other Puerto Rican people besides Bad Bunny. She could be doing something with someone else.
Yeah, like truly.
But there's a line about eating a burger in Telephone, like you eat the burger by the cow or something like that.
When they like reveal Beyonce when they're in the pussy wagon, she's like, she says something. She's like, "You've been a bad girl,
in the telephone
bad girl,
video.
Gaga."
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
And then she's like, "Well, you know what they always say? Once you kill a cow, you got to make a burger." That's what Lady Gaga says, which makes no sense. She's just doing this because she's like, "I need to do anything I can to distract from the fact that I lost all these followers and that my husband is probably a pedophile." So
Well,
she allegedly.
It's good that she doesn't do interviews because this is the
Yeah.
only thing people would ask her about now. So it's
100%.
probably good that she already has this sort of standard of keeping of laying low.
And like I said in the group chat, I said, she's just priming us to be like, guys, it's a new year and I'm going to again ask you for money.
In this economy. I don't know
yeah.
this time. I don't know.
And
also, you know what? Cowboy Carter was such a good concert. I almost want to put her under the lamp for one more year. Let it bake. It was really, really monumental. I don't know that she needs a follow-up this quickly.
I truly think that she put out those photos. Is that not her at the Super Bowl, though?
Yes,
with
one
the
of them
Puerto
is.
Rican flag.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of her having the Puerto Rican flag is that she's like repping. You know what I mean? For
I
Bad
don't
Bunny.
know because then
People
there's
are like
other shots of the flag on the table, and then there's the burger and the flag is in there.
I think
weird.
that people are going a little too far with like, oh my God, this means this. It's like, no, I think those are just the photos that she took at the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm. Maybe.
And again, just because she's on a telephone, she's never doing telephone part 2. I know she's not. I promise you she's not doing it.
I don't know. I mean, if I'm a crazy person, which I guess I am, I'm a crazy person that can also identify other crazy people. I'm thinking Gaga was at the Super Bowl. Bunny was there. She's at the Super Bowl. Beyonce, she's eating a burger with a telephone. It's like, oh, maybe this all is coming together. I don't know. Maybe she's dropping
But
hints.
she's doing that so that we talk about that and not the other stuff. Or the fact that her daughter, who is like 12 years old, truly is a 40-year-old woman. And they treat her as such. Which is like its own other whole problem.
I mean, if I'm Beyonce, I am nervous because, none of the men mentioned in the Epstein files are going to jail. Just one woman has gone to jail for it. And Beyonce is a woman. So she's more susceptible than her husband. Isn't that right, America? I know we're people overseas are loving us more. Isn't that right? Sure. Naomi Campbell appearing in the Epstein files, coming out and saying, once I knew who he was, I left. Sarah Ferguson in the Epstein files in such a damning way, this bitch can't release a statement. She's gone.
No, she needs to not say one thing.
We can bury her in the same box with Andrew.
She needs to say not one thing. She needs to just keep it. It's too late.
They can share a coffin. I mean, the begging, the dick sucking in these emails between the two of them.
I need to work for you.
Crap.
Here are my daughters.
Unbelievable, man.
Disgusting.
God takes care of that.
That's the other thing.
She's aging so horribly, and I know that's the reason why. Because God's like, guess what? I'm going to turn you into Lady Elaine from Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. That's what you're going to be now, bitch. Yes, Lady Elaine.
I mean, and also, we talk about the Epstein files, but like that, for pop culture news, that's for famous people news, like that it's dominating.
Mm-hmm.
Dominating.
I woke up this morning and the first thing I said to myself when I saw everything I had to do today, I was like, well, at least I'm not in the Epstein files.
Mm-hmm.
So that's it.
Yeah.
I might not be rich, but I have that.
But I'm not a pedophile.
I am not a pedophile. Speaking of, I don't even know what we're speaking of now. Were we in the UK? Speaking of pedophilia, this has nothing to do with pedophilia. So here's the thing. When you're going through a family trauma, and you're a celebrity and you're part of a war with someone in your family. Obviously, if you're a celebrity, it helps if other celebrities come to your side. Like celebrity help is always good. Mm-hmm. But you got to be careful about the celebrity who comes forward to heal your family. So if I'm, say, Posh Spice, Lady Victoria Beckham, you know who I don't want coming to my defense? The gentle bunny that is Gordon Ramsay. That's who I don't want coming to my defense. Not someone who has driven pastry chefs to suicide on recorded television. Excuse me,
made someone
to think about suicide. Yeah, not to actually take their life.
He made someone turn themselves into an idiot sandwich. Never forget, ever. Never once forget.
I shan't. So Gordon Ramsay has come. It's been an interesting week in Beckham Gate because Gordon Ramsay's come forward and saying, this is a great family. I'm friends with David and Victoria. I want this all to work out. And then 2 of the Beckham siblings released what can be interpreted as like heartwarming posts on Insta. First, Cruz, who is Brooklyn Beckham's brother, put up a picture of all the siblings. I don't know really what the caption was, but the interpretation was that he's just like, we all still love each other. Everyone calm down. And then Harper, the Beckham's only daughter, did the same thing a couple of days later. So there is hope on the horizon, and even more so coming to the rescue, is fixing famous people because we today
Goodbye.
will be
Goodbye.
fixing Victoria motherfucking Beckham. So Gordon Ramsay, take a seat
Step
and let
aside,
Chris and I
move
handle
aside.
this, please. Please. Yeah. Go make an idiot sandwich and let these idiots handle this currently.
Yeah, it's not great. And like, what's Gordon Ramsay? He's like, Nicola Peltz is a bitch. I'm sure he was like, you know what I mean? Like it's not, even if he's like, this person's not a monster, it's like you have absolutely no room to talk. And who's your best friend nowadays in Las Vegas? Lisa Vanderpump.
But
Yeah,
honestly,
I don't think so. Like,
who
goodbye.
else is going to come to your defense? Johnny Depp, Christian Bale, Mickey Rourke. Like, what other celebrities of ill repute are going to help you? Posh needs to tell all of her. Posh needs to tell all her male celebrity friends, just be quiet. Let David and I handle this, please.
No, she was doing great by just being like, I'm with the Spice Girls. Like, maybe you've heard of us. And that was great. Like, that was beautiful, beautiful work. But now we're getting, I don't need, it's giving Blake Lively when like every celebrity was like, Justin Baldoni's a monster. And like the text with Taylor and all that. And it's like, no.
Also, they're all monsters, number one. We've just picked a side.
Yes. And who's the biggest monster of them all?
Give it to me.
Kate Hudson.
Oh, yeah. Absolute monster. Oscar nominee Kate Hudson.
Monster.
Have you seen that movie yet?
No.
Oh, my God.
Is it good or is
don't?
it stupid?
I'm telling you, don't. No.
Okay.
No.
I wasn't planning on doing it.
I thought it was like a rom-com-y. It's so depressing. I just, no.
Oh, no. Yeah. Where like someone gets hit by a car and I saw like it's
twice.
Not
Spoiler
twice.
alert. Girl, just don't.
Okay,
don't.
I'm not. Okay.
Song sung blue? How about viewers are blue when this shit is over? You don't even need it. You don't even need it. No one's going to be talking about it in a month. I promise.
Okay, copy that. I did finally see Sinners though.
Oh, and what were your thoughts?
I loved it. I know I'm an entire year too late to watch it, but
No.
I finally saw it and I thought it was great. I mean, Michael B. Jordan can literally get anything that he wants. Everyone in it, Delroy Lindo, incredible.
Oh, so good.
Like,
I'm just so happy he's nominated.
Yes.
And he was a surprise nomination too, and I'm so happy.
Deserved.
I'm so happy.
Haley Steinfeld's so good in it. Everyone in it does a great job. Wunmi Musaku, like, she's in stuff, and whenever she came on the screen, I was like, oh my God, we love her. Like, she's always in stuff and is always good in it. She should be a humongous star. Am I wrong?
She probably will be.
She needs to be like in everything. I find her so beautiful. Like,
she's gorgeous.
Like, breathtakingly beautiful. In every single thing she's in, she's incredible and steals the scene in everything she's in. I'm like obsessed with her. And again, you guys are all like, yeah, this movie came out like 9,000 years ago, you fucking idiot loser. But like,
no, it's gonna. It could sweep.
Her.
It could sweep. We don't know what's going to happen on Oscar night. You know, that movie has the most number of nominations, and historically, that movie goes home with the most.
Yeah.
Not always, but historically, that movie goes home with the most awards. So we'll see. It could sweep. She's also the Oscar nominations luncheon, or the day that they have last week, and in a couple of interviews, she's like, I'm so happy about this, but I want to be honest, like Renee Good and Alex Preddy are weighing on my mind. So I can't I'm not going to publicly rejoice this because there's so much shit
I'm so happy.
Yeah. No, she's doing celebrity the right way in 2026. She's like, I don't want to make this more important than it actually is when there's so much other shit happening. Good for you. It didn't find it performative or annoying at all. In fact, I sort of wanted to win, to be honest with you, because of that.
I immediately recognized her and was like, oh, what's her? Who is this? Like, hold on, let me go look. And then like, oh yeah, she's in this. Oh yeah, she's one of those people that's like, oh yeah, you're in every single thing.
Oh yeah, for a while.
You're just not
She's
a household
been around
name.
for a minute.
And you're just not a household name yet. And now that's over because she have her nomination. Like, I am obsessed with her.
All right, so do we want? You know what? This isn't even good or bad news. I don't even know what I was going to say. The internet is reacting a certain way. Hudson Williams, who is, of course, one of the two leads in Heated Rivalry, revealed on Valentine's Day that he has had a girlfriend for a very long time. Well, I tell you that this was received as bad news by the manic gays who watch the show, but to the majority of the audience who are women who watch the show, they feel like a door has opened. And ladies, I just want to say it hasn't. He's still not going to fuck you, even though he's not gay. I'm sorry.
Not it hasn't.
You're talking to two gays who have lusted after everyone from Bad Bunny to whoever. It's not going to happen. But still keep watching the show. And thank you for coming out, Hudson. I'm sure that was brave.
Yeah, slam.
And what?
We already knew, but we already knew.
Okay. 3 words I never thought that I would say, but with a giant asterisk next to it. The 3 words are Pussycat Dolls Reunion. Whew.
Big,
it looks
big for
like
you.
it's happening.
Big
A
for
couple
you.
of semi-reputable sources now reporting that the Pussycat Dolls will be reuniting, but only as a trio, which we can read to say the ones that Nicole Scherzinger doesn't get along with are not included here. That's how Nicole's running her Tyra Banks-based business.
Goodbye. I mean, true though. Never forget about the behind the music where she was like, P.S. I'm the only person with any vocals on this album. None of the other ones did anything. Yeah.
Tony or not, Nicole Scherzinger is still not someone you fuck with. Like, no. I would not. I'm walking away if she and I are in an alley alone because she'd beat me up for no reason. More talent in her toe than in all of our bodies combined. But yeah, Period. Don't fuck with Nicole Scherzinger. It's just going to be her, Ashley Roberts, and Kimberly Wyatt. The other, I believe, 18 people in Pussycat Dolls not invited back for this tour.
Okay, remember when whenever she was they were singing Buttons somewhere.
Oh yes,
and it's all over the internet. The one that's like then like broke out in front and started doing like some runs to try to get some attention. Is she in it? No, right?
She passed away and no one has seen her. Actually, I'm joking. I'm joking.
I'm going to kill you.
Under mysterious circumstances. It was her blood that Nicole was using on stage at the end of Pussycat Boulevard, apparently. She keeps it in a jar.
Which, P.S., you said you're going to dress as Nicole and put at the end of Pussycat Boulevard to go to this concert.
I will go to this tour dressed as Nicole Scherzinger as that. Because why wouldn't I? She'll probably sign my tit from the stage. I'll throw her a Sharpie.
I'll have a big sign that just is an arrow to you so that she definitely sees you.
Yeah, I mean, if it's only UK based, I'm getting on that plane and you're coming with me.
I mean, she has bangers. Like, when you really think, Buttons, great song. Still to this day.
Remember, she showed up at Broadway Bears last year while she was still on Broadway and did PCD songs with the same choreography. She is closer to my age than yours, and she was moving like she's 10 years younger than you.
She's beautiful. And she's stunningly beautiful. Yep. And again, at the Tonys, when she sang, what was it, As If We Never Said Goodbye? I mean, I was like, I didn't know she had this in her. Like, holy fuck. Yeah. Wait, let's Buttons. When I grow up, I want to be famous. I want to be great song.
I want to be in movies.
Annoying, but good. Oh, and then, of course, Don't You Wish Your Girlfriend Was Hot Like
Me.
And then
it's When I Grow Up, Don't Ya, and Buttons were the three
trifecta.
biggies.
Trifecta.
You also have Hush Hush. You also have Stick With You. You also have a little something which wasn't really PCD. It was more Nicole, but correct pronunciation, Jai-Ho. Nicole pronunciation, J-Ho. I mean, that was a monster. Like, that was an absolute monster.
Their version of Jai-Ho, like, made Slumdog Millionaire, like, be watched by people. There was a ballad that was like, I'm going to be with you forever or something like that. And I think it's
React is what I'm putting into my headphones when we're done recording today.
Copy that.
Every time I leave, you pull me closer.
I mean, the encore of the whole show is Buttons, right? Buttons is the encore where we all take our clothes off and start dancing like sluts.
While we're doing our weekly demonstration of how pitchy we are without warming up, we need to talk about what is soon to be a #1 smash for you that we got a lot of engagement about on last week's podcast. If you'd like to take this further.
Feels like a million years ago that this happened.
Please remind the listenership what you sang and then what our editor, without telling us, tacked onto the end of the podcast that is now, I believe, in places like the former Yugoslavia and Luxembourg, is now a top 5 dance hit.
I started a revolution musically by singing the song that will be given to Meghan Trainor and I will become famous off of and then not need to do this podcast anymore. Skinny White Bitch.
Chris, you're always doing this podcast if you hit the lottery. I need something. I got to get a reason to get out of bed in the
morning. Even if we hit the lottery, we're going to do it. Okay. I mean, more reason to, we just sit there and blab.
Well, yeah, anyway, because we can say whatever we want when we're rich.
Our editor, Brian Peoples, who is a menace to society, and I wouldn't have it any other way. He did a demo of Skinny White Bitch, and know that Caitlin Rosen herself and me are in a Google Doc, and we are writing a studio version of Skinny White Bitch. And me, her, and Brian together are going to. I need to get into the studio, and I need to lay down some track. And I think it's going to be.
That's not.
No, Dominic, I'm not
I
joking
need to get
at
into
all.
that. I need some studio time.
I'm not joking. I'm getting.
I know. No, I know you're not.
You'll be there, and I would like the Dominick Pupa ooze to be involved, so it can be Chris DeRosa featuring Dominick Pupa, and I think it's going to be the first theme song of this podcast.
Yeah,
and I'm
trying to think if we had other theme songs.
I'm dead
not written by us,
but
that's the first original for us.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes, and we're laughing, but I'm dead serious. I need to write the rest of it, and then we're good to go. It'll be the song of the summer. Don't you worry.
Today on the a la carte, we're going to give you the latest on the Baldoni Lively Circus, which came to New York City, surprised us this week. I didn't know
Why aren't we there?
The HGTV host who I never heard of before, but I know her now because she said the N-word on camera and now has no career and her children are being bullied at school. Spencer Pratt's mayoral hopes being dashed, of course, by his sister, who still feels the same way about him as she did 20 years ago.
Truly, nothing has changed. Everything changes and yet stays the same. Continue.
There is a new Charlie's Angels. There's a new American Horror Story. And there is a new Amazon series featuring Nikki Kidman and Jamie Lee Curtis. And we'll be talking about all of that. Before we leave the Pre-Fixe today, 3 stories about 3 men who just need to get their shit together. First of all, speaking of bleeding on stage, what's going on? Ray J performs, his eyes are bleeding. He takes off his shirt. There's a chest patch that he's bleeding from. I don't want to make fun of someone who's legitimately dying, but I think if you have a condition where you're bleeding from your eyes, being in front of an audience is a traumatic thing to do to your audience and also probably unhealthy.
Yourself. Yeah,
it's unhealthy for like everybody. Like if you know you're going to bleed from your face, I don't know. Just, I don't know, have Band-Aids standing by.
Go to the hospital. Be at the hospital.
Something.
Yeah, like go to the emergency room is what you need to be doing, not getting on stage.
I'm sure that I'm going to feel like a fucking asshole when and if he eventually passes away. But like, I don't know. If you're actively bleeding, you're supposed to stay away from people just for everyone's health. I don't know.
Mainly your own. Mainly your own, you know? Yeah.
Yeah. Number 2 on this list of men is one R. Kelly, who Gayle King, of course, refers to as Robert, as one should. He has been placed in solitary confinement because he was caught with a female warden's phone number in his cell.
Oh, God.
I don't know. I guess the lesson here is you should learn to memorize phone numbers.
No, he's working it. He's working the system. He's trying to get out. You know what I mean?
So what's the implication? Is he
trying to
fucking the warden,
himself
or is
right
he
out of the prison. He's trying to put the moves on her. So he's like, you jerked off to me whenever you were young and I was like a hot sex symbol. Like, so why don't you let me out of this prison? Like, that's what he's doing, you know?
I mean, did he fuck her? Was she helping him escape? Why is he in solitary for just possessing the phone number? Like, shouldn't she be in jail and he just goes about his business?
No, I think it's like they're not, who knows? What do I know? It's been a while since I watched Oz, so I don't remember how prisons work.
I'm still actively rewatching Wentworth, so that's all the Australian women's prison drama, so it's all I can think about.
Got it.
The third in this triumvirate of this week's idiots is, and we haven't spoken about this one in a while, it's Shia LaBeouf. I texted Chris this morning that Shia LaBeouf was terrorizing New Orleans, and not 5 minutes later, we get an alert that Shia LaBeouf was arrested last night in New Orleans. So the story has already advanced. Apparently, he's been down there for a week, getting thrown out of bars, pissing people off, and just being, in the truest sense of the word, a fucking menace. Is he already on the unfixables list?
1,000,000%. I fucking hate him. And I went through all the grievances I had about him on the episode that he gets put on. So if you want to find out, go to the Patreon and get on that $20 tier, because he is truly the definition and embodiment of a menace. Period.
We'll be talking about all of these things this coming Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, when we have a Zoom, our monthly Zoom, which we haven't had in a couple of months because we've been working and traveling and all sorts of things. So please come to the monthly Zoom, at which we will, if I may quote Maya Rudolph as Oprah Winfrey, it's my birthday. It's my birthday a few days after the Zoom, so we will be recognizing it with
we shall
definitely
not the
amount of candles necessary because smoke alarm.
Dominick's turning 40 years old, everyone. Dominick, I swear to you, I almost made the graphic be like over the hill. Like, you remember like when they would do like the black, like over the hill 40th birthday? I almost did it. And then I was like, why am I doing this?
What are you, Party City ass? Don't you dare, like with plates, putting it on plates. There she is over the hill.
That's what I was going to do. I was going to do the over the hill 40th birthday for the graphic for the Zoom. But
we have so much to talk about on the Zoom. So please come. And Chris, what tier of the Patreon is, which tier of our listeners, rather?
You must be in the Long Island iced tea tier, which is the $20 tier on Patreon. You can't, because we're going to be telling it all. So we have to make sure that only.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot.
The lifers, as I like to call them.
We will probably behind the paywall. I mean, as if calling Jill Zarin a rotted cunt wasn't like us laying our souls out to you. We will probably be even a little more detailed about things in this whole process and what we think about NDAs and all sorts of stuff like that. That stuff exists on the Patreon. So come join us a little earlier this Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern, at which time I would like to tell you at least the very first topic of conversation is whether or not we need to move Tyra Banks to the unfixables list. I've said it out loud.
It might be.
Wait, Christopher, when you watch these 3 episodes, you're gonna wonder why that wasn't the first thing I said when we showed up today.
Yeah.
But when you see it, you'll see it.
God damn it. Well.
All right. Well, we're going to fix Posh Spice. Can you imagine we're fixing Posh Spice? I mean, the woman lives an absolutely perfect life. And to be honest, if one of your 4 kids isn't talking to you, that actually technically to me makes your life better, but like, we'll try to fix her anyway. Yeah.
We're just going to get into it. They know.
That's it.
After these very vital messages.
Where's Nancy Guthrie?
Where is she? Dominick.
Christopher?
We have a new friend here. Someone that we played an online traders game with. Someone who said I should murder you and was correct. And if it would have happened,
if you did not know this, this was not rehearsed.
This is what I need you to know. First of all, it's and love her from her amazing hit podcast, Everyone's Business But Mine. It's Kara Berry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me. Sorry I tried to kill you, but this is like honestly a great testament to your friendship.
No, this is Dominick. This is what happened. Kara and I on I Am the Cute One, the traders, I Am the Cute One, like virtual traders. Kara and I became the traders. It was just the 2 of us. And we were like, every round, we were like, okay, this. And okay, wait, let's do this. And now what about this? And then we came up, I go, okay, what do you think? And she goes, you need to kill Dominick. And I said, I know, I was thinking the same thing, but I feel like if I do it this round, they're going to know that it's me to try to cover my tracks. And then I think I should do it next round. Like, what do you think? And then I was like, but wait, I'm nervous. And then she was like, no, we'll just do it next round then. And I go, okay. And then we killed someone else. And then that round I got voted out.
Yeah.
So if we would have killed you, I could have been like, why would I kill Dominick? Like, she was correct and I didn't listen to her.
Did I get murdered that night, or was I voted out?
You were like way at the very end. You got voted out. You got voted out at the very end.
Got it.
Like in the final round table.
Can I just say one thing before we continue? I know we have company, but it's rare that we tape a fix the night before it's airing, but in this case we are. So we just taped the Pre-Fixe a couple of hours ago, and in the hours since then, every hour on the hour, 2 things keep getting released on the internet. One is another former contestant or staff member of America's Next Top Model,
of course,
wishing life imprisonment for Tyra Louise.
Yeah.
And the second thing every hour on the hour is another video of Shia LaBeouf, who has now been arrested, of Shia LaBeouf getting shit kicked out of him on Bourbon Street. He's headbutting people. He's getting thrown to the ground. I have never been more turned on in my life. Honestly.
Dominick, you're sending pornography to my phone because him being like assaulted by other people or arrested is my joy. I fucking hate him. Anyway.
He's really awful. Like,
he's
who knew Louis Stevens would turn into this? He's like a late in life.
Absolute worst in every single way. There's nothing about him that's not the worst.
Awful. Prayers up for Mia.
Yeah.
We're deliberately, who apparently they split up a year ago. It was revealed today. Like they've been done for some time.
Yeah.
So a little bonus Pre-Fixe here in our actual fix. And the reason we're fixing, of course, Lady Victoria Beckham today. And the reason we're deliberately doing this so close to air is because the ever-changing Beckham gate, she just has too many children. They're loose cannons and we can't. This won't be an evergreen episode. It's got to air right away. Even since we started recording this, a story comes through that Cruz Beckham spends his 21st birthday with Baby Spice. I mean, this is what it is. It's it's every time one of the other children poses or meets with the Spice Girl, it's a dagger to Brooklyn back.
Yeah, no, it's like, and it has nothing to do with him at all. Like not one thing at all, but they can't help themselves. We'll get there, but Kara,
I mean, we are jumping the gun, but yes, Chris, please ask Kara what you're about to ask her. I was about to do it, but I don't like to break tradition.
Kara, please tell us a little bit about Everyone's Business But Mine for the two people on this that are listening to this that don't know about it.
I'm literally on the podcast yapping about every TV show I can get my, get screeners to, my grubby little paws on. So yeah, everything I talk about is Bravo stuff. I'm a Housewives girl. I love Summer House is up currently.
Sure.
I'm trying to wave the flag of Vanderpump Rules, the reboot, and the Valley Persian style. It's not working, but I'm still trying.
No, I'm all caught up on both as of last night.
They're good, right?
Okay, I'm never gonna not watch MJ, Reza, and Gigi. I'm just never just as someone that's watched every frame of Shahs of Sunset. I'm just always gonna be watching.
I agree.
Our boy and our girls.
Speaking of ding dongs, today we are here to speak of the one and only Victoria, Lady Beckham, which is now how she is to be addressed. We will not ask if any of you know who she is or how we all came to know her. What we will do is play the middle name game where we ask our guest and Christopher to guess the middle name of the person we're fixing. Now, before we play the game, Kara, Christopher, do either of you already know Victoria Beckham's name? Middle name.
I feel strongly that I do, but I really also feel strongly that my body's on some bullshit right now.
Okay.
So anyone's
Chris will guess first.
Yeah,
That's fine.
Okay.
I'll give our typical clues. Victoria Adams Beckham was born 17th of April in 1974. She is 51 and apparently an Aries. She was born in Harlow, Essex, England. Victoria and Adams are her birth certificated first and last names. What is Victoria Adams Beckham, the lady Victoria Adams Beckham? What is her middle name? Oh, I'm sorry. On the Dominick Pupa scale of gettability, 10 being the most gettable, this is an 8. It's a 7.5 or an 8.
Okay.
It's a human name. Does not appear to be a family name.
I love that we keep getting, as the show progresses, more and more clues come as we do this game.
I'm trying to think
just guess it, but it's
because it
there's
only
now the
happens
Dominick Pupa scale.
2 or 3 times a year that someone gets it, and I desperately want it to be more competitive. And I'm trying to I feel
love
like
it.
Should I start giving grandparents names as well?
That's not a complaint. That's not a complaint at all. I'm just saying
her mother's former boyfriends were named right.
I'm gonna get. I want to say Louise. I don't think it's Louise, but because you wouldn't be able to control yourself if it was Louise. I feel. But,
I don't know. I think I'd probably smoke more weed before recording if I knew it was that, just to remain as calm as possible.
Is it
So I'm not ruling out Louise, but I'm
seeing L's. I'm there's L's in my mind, so I want to say it's not Lawrence, but what's a female Loretta? And I know that's wrong, but there's L's in my mind. So
my guess was Alice, but then I also think it might be Lee.
Both beautiful guesses in my
beautiful guesses. I don't normally do this, but did you want to rethink Loretta? Because it's not a very British name to me. Okay? No, rethink it.
No, am I gonna get it?
You're not.
I'm not.
No. I mean, you might.
No, it's Loretta. I said Loretta. I stand on business.
The lady Victoria Caroline Adams Beckham
was never guessing Caroline. Was never going to guess Caroline.
I mean, it feels correct though. It doesn't feel like
Victoria Caroline.
And you are right. We do talk about the middle name longer and longer. Like I've started to
Dominic,
really use it
I
as an
love
anthropological study.
No, yes,
of our
I love
times.
it. I love it. I love the Dominick Pupa scale. I love everything that's happening. I'm just noting that it has now become like the majority of the podcast.
It's an ongoing development. It's always in a development meeting.
Yes. Oh God. Well,
so what's your first memory of Victoria Beckham? Just kidding. We all have the same memory, which is the Spice Girls.
Yeah. I was in 6th grade and that album came out. My best friend at the time, her mom is English. So like that, she was like, let me put you on to some girls.
yeah, like
okay.
yeah, like these are on my biddies that are coming up. Yeah.
This was an
You were in
explosive.
6th grade?
Yeah, I think I was in 6th grade when they came out. Yeah, I was 12, like 1998, that first album. Mm-hmm.
I was on my 3rd colonoscopy by the time the Spice Girls came out. And no, I was in my 20s when they came out. It was great. We would hear this shit on the dance floor when people used to go out and dance.
Yeah.
Huge. And like to be in a large group of girlfriend dynamic when you're 12 years old. And I was growing up in Georgia, so clearly I was usually the only Black one. So obviously I was scary. And, that was just my designation in life.
I was also scary, just to tell you. But Scary was the leader. Sorry, Scary's the best one.
Oh, see, I always thought Ginger was the leader.
No, I feel like Scary was always the one in the middle. Scary and Sporty always had the best vocals. Like they carried the
for
group
sure,
vocally.
particularly Sporty. I mean, Mel C's got a great. Still to this day, she's on my current gym mix with a song called Sweat. She's got a lot of great
she's
songs.
the JC Chazé of the Spice Girls, but she was able to have a better career.
Correct.
No shade to you, JC, but
Slam. But no, I mean, he remember his thing was like Frankenstein, or remember his weird album that he did? What the fuck is this? Yeah, he might need to get fixed actually, just so we can go back there and like wade in that pool.
I don't know what Spice Girl I would be. I guess I would be most like Sporty because I mean, not that Sporty's not a lesbian, but I look like one. So I would probably be Sporty then, right?
I don't know. Vibrationally, which one
I'd have to be the
like?
man. Vibrationally? I think vibrationally I'm a Ginger, but I think... Yeah,
well, because here's
vibrationally, I'm a Ginger for sure.
Don't be mad, but Ginger was the one that she was like 10 years older than the rest of them, and then she was no, but she really wasn't. She was like a full.
She was
adult.
also on her 3rd colonoscopy.
She was on her 3rd colonoscopy, and she was the one that was like the leader behind the scenes. I feel, but Scary, I feel, was the front woman and the middle. You know what I'm saying? Like she was the one that was the middle, and like in like the wannabe music video, she's the one that's like leading the camera through the music video. Like she was the one that was like there to be like the leader in that sense.
She was telling us what we wanted, what we really, really wanted. Yeah.
Yes, correct, period.
Yep.
And you know who was definitely the 5th on the list of being the leader is Posh. So
yeah, which energetically, vibrationally, that was me. Because I was
really sure.
Really? A girl give us nothing. Like I don't, maybe I'll do a harmony. Maybe I'll move one leg.
Yeah, maybe not.
Or not.
She's definitely. If we're putting them on What We Do in the Shadows, Posh is the energy vampire for sure. Like she's the one who's just like. Doesn't really have any talent except walking in a room and destroying it. But in Victoria's destruction of a room, I think is the opposite of an energy vampire. She was to me, and still is, the most fascinating of the 5 because she was giving you nothing so much of the time. And somehow that was really footing the bill. Like she was Posh.
She also played the fame game right versus the rest of them, which all tried to be celebrities. And she's like, no, I'm just going to be a celebrity. Like, I'm just going to be famous for being myself. And that, like, she was like one of the first to really do it. And she really, like, that gamble paid off for her. I would be remiss if to not say Spice, like their first album, Spice, was the first CD that I ever owned. I was only 8 years old whenever the Spice Girls came out.
Wow.
And I still to this day have a framed photo, and I'm using that in quotes because it's quite literally a piece of cardboard that you would like win at the fair. Like think of like at a county fair.
Okay.
They would have those like framed pictures that were really like pieces of cardboard. And I found one of those on the side of the street, and it is the Vogue cover of the Spice Girls. And it's like one of my prized possessions. It's literally a piece of cardboard and paper.
That's powerful.
And it's like, I like have it. It's in a place of prominence in our home as if it's like a professionally framed like painting that I spent like thousands of dollars on, and it's a piece of cardboard. Yeah.
And so speaking of Spice, that debut album, if you go to one Dominick Pupa's Instagram page, you will find that the most recent post is of me at a friend's apartment on Valentine's Day karaokeing Say You'll Be There from that album. So
great song.
Decades later, now on my 17th colonoscopy, we're still singing this shit. We're still singing it.
The songs hold up.
They really do.
1 billion%. They're great pop songs. Like all of them.
Incredible. Say You'll Be There. Wannabe, obviously, their most famous song of all time.
To Become One.
To Become One. Oh my God. Spice Up Your Life from the Spice World movie that took over the planet that Alan Cummings is in.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Think about Alan Cummings is literally in. Is it Cumming or Cummings?
It's Cumming.
Cumming, right? Alan Cumming, yeah. Alan Cumming is in Spice World. He's the villain in Spice World.
Of course he is.
Yeah.
With a weird piglet thing that he like feeds.
I've only seen them in concert one time. I think it was the last time that they were all on tour together. And it was, if my memory serves, they were at Madison Square Garden. They had all done a solo something at this point. So this is in the aughts, I think. And everyone came out and did whatever their solo success was. They did a version of that. Victoria Beckham, when it was Victoria's turn, and she had 2 hit singles in the UK from her one solo album. She just walked the runway and then walked off stage.
Love it. She's like, let me not even try. She's like,
she across the board.
Yeah,
she didn't perform. I'm trying to think on that tour if it was 4 or 5 of them. I think all 5 of them were there, but it was also a lot of fun. I can't remember if Ginger was there or not.
Every few years, Victoria is like, I don't want to do it. I don't think I want to do it. And then she, like 7 months later, they're like, we're back, baby. Spice Girls back.
Yeah. I mean, truly a fascinating life because, in 96, she's 22 years old, instantly becomes part of the best-selling female group of all time. We should point out, by the way, the Spice Girls.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Imagine just answering an ad in your local newspaper and being like, I can do that.
And because some 30-year-old was like, I need to get like 4 like 20-year-old bimbos to be my backup dancers. And then that's what they turned into.
But imagine doing that, answering an ad in the paper, and you're 22, you instantly become a legend. A couple of years after that, because she was only 25 when she married the most famous football player of all time.
Ever.
And then pops out 4 puppies. Well, she popped out 3, and then I think Harper was they said she was a surprise. So not in succession. There was a break, but she, as for a celebrity at the peak of her fame, started a large family and got married much earlier than someone of her, if we may say, stature would do. You don't see women who are stars of that caliber starting a family that young. So this is someone who knew what she wanted and doesn't ever need to return to the Spice Girls because she also runs an empire.
Honestly, one of the greatest business people of our time. Like, talk about a return on your investment. Spice Girls. David Beckham, he had teeth, they were a little sketchy at that time, but he grew into his looks real bad.
He had teeth.
There was a lot going on here. Overcrowding and all the things. But she saw the vision. She saw, I'm going to see him through his, cornrow phase, and he's going to be looking really, really hot.
Yeah.
For decades. And she ate that. And then she was like, you know what? He's going to be super famous. I know that. And eventually I'll be able to use his money to fund whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, my bullshit that I need to like just do to like be in the press still. That doesn't ever need to do anything. Yeah. And it's funny because it's like the rest of them, all of them tried to do solo careers. Why wouldn't they? Duh.
Yeah.
Like even if none of it worked and just for the money.
Right.
But then she's like, hold on, let me not try to do this. Let me become a celebrity and just like be in a power couple, which none of the other that like only I feel Scary dated. Who did she have a baby with? Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy.
She was with
Right.
Eddie Murphy. And like, other than that, like none of the other ones like dated another celebrity that we really all knew or like got into a marriage with another celebrity. You know, there was no like Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise, like meeting of the minds other than.
I forgot that Scary and Eddie Murphy have a kid.
Yes.
Like I completely forgot.
Let's not even go there. It's
a lot of her
dark time.
A lot of her memoir is like how he treated her, and it's not great.
Oh, wow.
But
yeah. But yeah, she then goes from like post Spice Girls, post solo career to slathering on a bunch of self tanner, moving to Spain to be a wag,
getting that
wag.
Karen haircut that was like the pixie cut. So like it is a Karen haircut now, but back in the day that was like the chicest shit ever.
The chicest thing you could do.
I always remember her just being on like the cover of all the tabloids, being like hunched over because she would also have that was when the big huge purses was in, and you would have like everything that you've ever like bought in your life in that purse.
Big glasses.
And the big glasses and the little skinny body and like the very like Olsen twins-esque outfits with the like shaggy, you know, sweaters, my aesthetic still to this day. But like that and like her hunched over because she's like she's so brittle and carrying this like huge purse with the big sunglasses and like wading through the paparazzi to get to David. You know what I mean? Like that's just seared in my brain.
Yes.
And this is someone who remembers sitting down with my mom to watch them perform on Oprah. Like vividly. Like I vividly remember them being on Oprah and them lip syncing on Oprah. And this is like during like Hanson. Like in Celebrity Deathmatch, it was like them versus Hanson. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
Can you fix Hanson?
We should.
Oh man.
She was also she in particular. I mean, they all sort of took a turn, but she, of all the Spice Girls, and during the Audi's gossip boom, was dragged like pretty constantly. I mean, being married to David Beckham was part of it, but also her weight was always. She's one of the first people I remember whose weight was constantly an issue. Like her and Callista Flockhart around the same generation, constantly.
The whole Rebecca Luz of it all did not help with the cheating scandal.
Yeah,
I forgot about
they've
that.
been through it. They've been through the ringer. The ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so Chelsea Devonta is our pod mother, and one of our frequent guests, Kathy from the Cinemile, have talked about. They were just in an episode where they read both of their memoirs, David and Victoria's.
Victoria.
And I'm like, what's her name? I'm like,
that girl.
And like talked about their memoirs and kind of done like a dueling memoir situation. And in it, Kathy said, I've yet to like confirm this with her, but she alleged in the episode that in one of the like OK Magazine, like heads of OK Magazine, his memoir he wrote about, she would come to his house every Sunday and they would like have dinner and like talk about what articles he could write about her in OK Magazine like that next week to like keep her in the cycle. Again, allegedly, but I see this being true. Do you not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's it worked. If they set out to do that, it absolutely
100%. And it kept her, regardless of it being like horrific and horrible, that they're like body shaming her and like talking about her weight and all these horrible things and like putting a huge microscope on like her marriage. It kept her in the news cycle.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's very much like when the Meghan and Harry stuff came out, that was like sort of how the royals did it. Like you throw a little dirt just to like keep them off, but also keep your name in. And
keep them happy and there being a story and like giving a story to bury a bigger story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because again, it's like how many of the Spice Girls, it's like you haven't seen them in 25 years and here's baby Spice Emma Bunton now. And like that was like the articles we would get about them. Maybe not Mel B because she would be on like, she then eventually was on like X Factor and all these like other shows where she was like a coach or like a judge. But other than that, it was like when we like saw Sporty again at the Olympics, we'll get to the Olympics. But like when they all popped up at the Olympics, it's like we hadn't seen them in forever. And like we didn't see Posh. You know what I mean?
Right.
Victoria was like, we knew every single thing that happened to her.
It was another Tuesday for us. But let's get to the Olympics. Let's talk about it. I mean, it was...
I want to say tectonic. May
watershed,
I?
Like absolute watershed moment. Like
I remember
truly.
I remember being in the basement of like, I think I was in college by the time that it happened. Or maybe it was, when was this? Was it the London Olympics that they did it?
Correct. Yes.
Mhm.
It was one of the best opening ceremonies ever. Because we all grew up listening to music from the UK. So seeing all these people was a thrill for someone in the US. I mean, it's as though it were happening here.
And I remember watching it with my friends in my parents' basement in like my childhood home. And I remember us being like, oh my God, look, I can't believe this is happening. And they were all in these little, what were they? Little not PT Cruisers, little like,
Mini
Coopers.
Yeah.
Like
Mini Coopers.
Coopers.
Yeah.
Can we remember anything, guys? Are we okay? We're not. P.S. We're not. They were on top of those Mini Coopers and they were like on the railing and they were singing their songs and the Mini Coopers were driving around the stage. Genius, by the way. And they all were like painted in the Union Jack and all that. And then to see all of them in like adult clothing and like an adult, like 40-year-old person version of who they were back then was genius.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
it was so good.
It was so
good. I'm going to watch that when we're done here.
To have them just reunite and be pulling up in those little cars and them standing on things like people, we were going crazy. Like it was like, you couldn't do anything like it today. You couldn't. You could not do it. Right?
I don't think you're wrong.
Who would have to unite for us to do that?
It's funny though. This is the thing. They were so young when they hit. Some of them were not even in their 40s when this was happening. Like this was like a late 30s moment for them. Victoria's only 51 now, and those London Olympics were a while ago.
Like at least 15 years ago.
So it's like they're like doing their fucking comeback at 35. Like their comeback is when Taylor Swift is peaking, at the same age. It's pretty fucking wild.
And the thing that's so funny is when you go back and actually look at the dates and really get into the numbers of like when they were famous, it was only like a year and a half that they were the five of them in the band, like making it.
Crazy.
Like the fact that I think of it as like they've been my whole childhood when it was only 1 year.
Right.
Like one single solitary year.
And they are really, if you were to speak to someone, I mean, a very specific someone. A lot of people in the UK think this, I know. But it's like when they're talking about the greatest British bands of all time, the Spice Girls are included with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Like they are part of the fabric of the United Kingdom. And because they're so poppy, it seems silly, but they've sold, like I said, I confirmed this, by the way, because you may be unsure for like 1 second, but they've sold over 100 million units and they are the biggest selling female pop group of all time.
Yeah. And they really like espoused the whole, like girl power thing, which was like a cultural shift.
Yes.
Especially for a girl at my age, was like, oh my God, is this feminism? Like it was incredible. And they just like, we know this, like you don't do numbers like that, selling albums and records like that anymore. Like you can get a bunch of streamers, but like people aren't buying your full album.
No.
And you're not selling full albums in the millions within a week. Like we don't see impact like that.
Not even like with our biggest stars. Like, you know what I mean? Not with our biggest people ever. It's like the series finale of MASH was watched by like 100 million people. And I'm like, that will just never, ever happen again ever once. You know what I mean? It's like, it'll never happen because like everyone was just sitting at their couch waiting for the show to be over because it's like all that they could do. And now it's like, we'll never recreate those numbers ever again unless like, even if we could like mind
the worst
control
shows at the
people,
time,
like,
there would be like, oh, we only got 15 million viewers this week. And we were like the last place show. Like it's like crazy.
Do you want to hear something crazy? So what do you think the number 2, this is worldwide of all time, the number 2 girl group is?
It's either Destiny's Child or TLC. Am I right?
It's neither of those. No,
really.
Destiny's Child has sold 60 million units. TLC has sold 65 million.
Is this a more current girl group?
Nope.
Okay. Oh, I don't know. Because I would have said like Cat's Eye or something. Blackpink.
The Supremes with just under, very, very close to the Spice Girls. But here's the fucked up part. The Supremes, 100 million in sales. The Supremes had 29 albums. The Spice Girls
had like 2.5.
3. 3 albums.
29 albums and 30 years more.
Yeah.
Pretty fucking amazing. Wow.
No, it was a culture. It was a cultural phenomenon. Kara, exactly what you said. It was a cultural shift. It was a cultural phenomenon. Them saying girl power, and their entire message, every interview they did was girl power. Girls are stronger together. Don't fight with each other. Look at what we could do when we unite our powers together. We are like stronger. Like that was what they said about everything. They were like, we're just here to, promote girl power. Like they would always say that in every interview.
I'd also like to point out that the Pointer Sisters are at number 14 on that list with 40 million, because I will not talk about a female group without talking about the Pointer Sisters.
You love the Pointer Sisters.
Out of respect. Love is not even covered.
Fair enough.
Oh, God. I mean, and then like the Olympics was incredible. Like I remember I do need to go watch it again. It was so fucking good. Like again, there's no group alive that could reunite like that and us give the same. Like NSYNC reunited at the Super Bowl and we were like, okay. We were like, cool.
I mean, I like the beat.
No, like we were like, it was fun. And I loved NSYNC. And we were like, oh, like funny. Like we weren't losing our minds over it.
But then really, as far as she's concerned, those babies took over. Like as they started becoming celebrities and teenagers and romantically involved and all sorts of other things, she just became like this most unlikely. I never thought she was a bad mother, is what I'm trying to say. It just became like she was somehow icy and still Posh Spice, but also to me seemed very maternal. Their family, and look, we know from what Brooklyn has said recently, and just because they're a showbiz family, we know how much of every entertainment family that there's a lot of it is shtick and coordinated and all that stuff.
Yeah, she's Kris Jenner.
Truly, 100%. But they still seem like a good family to me. Maybe I'm absolutely insane. She still seems real maternal to me.
It feels very believable. I don't know if you watched either of their documentaries, but the David documentary on Netflix is very much like he's so dedicated to her and he loves her so much. And, they're dancing to Islands in the Stream or whatever.
Goodbye. Yeah.
And they just seem very much like they've decided this is what we're going to do. Like almost in a way of like a power couple in the way I always think of like Bill and Hillary Clinton, just like they've made the decision. We're going to be together and we are a unit, you know?
Even if you're in them files, baby, even if you're in them files, Hillary's like, put me on TV tomorrow and I'll do it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
As much as Bill and Hill hate each other, they also deeply love each other. And so like, that's a great comparison because it's, it's part arrangement and part real love. But so what? I mean,
it's also very British. I feel like it's very British.
Yeah. Like it would have to be an arrangement. It's always when there's that much money on the table, it's not just a relationship.
Yeah.
It can't be.
The sum is always greater than the parts, And they've curated every part of their relationship, whether they wanted to or not, but like being the two biggest British people who were like hot and in love with each other. And like, you're like, the Beckhams, Posh and Becks, and
it's seismic. It's like the Knowles Carters. It's like the Kardashian Wests. Like that is the England version of that. They're
100%.
To use a Christopherism, tectonic for sure.
And they never had like a name. Like they were just the Beckhams. Like they didn't have like a Tomcat or like a Bennifer, but like they were that. Like they were in that era of like Bennifer 1, Bennifer 2, Tomcat. What were the other? Spidey. LOL.
Remember when they tried to be like, you know what, guys, we're going to tell you guys about soccer or like football. And they came over to LA because David was going to reinvent soccer for America and make us all love it like they do in Britain. And it didn't work, but we got that great reality show from Victoria where she's like posing and taking her photos for the DMV. It was like,
and they're
very chic.
Yeah, they're very good at like being like nothing sticks to them. They're very Bethany Frankel in that way, where they keep moving forward no matter what, and like they're just like it's in the rear view.
Another great comparison, by the way. It's just like blah blah blah.
Yeah, I did that. It's fine. Like
that's how they're treating this. That's a great way to get into this. And by this we mean their modern troubles involving their oldest son Brooklyn. The other three children are Cruz, who just turned 21. Romeo's after that, and then they have one daughter named Harper. But before we get into this modern era and what we're, of course, been calling Beckham Gate for weeks fully, months if you're Dominick Pupa, who has been obsessed since...
I am
patient zero for Beckham Gate. Like literally patient zero for it.
Kara, Dominick has been bringing up this whole thing for like since day one of like him being like, my mom's kind of a bitch. Like one rumbling of it, Dominick was bringing it up on the show, especially on our Patreon show, like on Fridays.
I couldn't. I knew it. I knew this was going to explode.
He's been talking about it for years, and I've been like, Dominick, no one, like, sure, it's funny now because you care so much about it. No one else is ever going to care about this.
No.
And then for it to explode.
Talk about return on investment.
Thank you, ma'am.
I was going back and looking at clips of like, when was the earliest time I talked about this? 2022. And I was like, okay, Kara, you're unwell.
That's further than me.
Yeah. But also, I knew something when the wedding happened and when Nicola did not wear the dress designed by Victoria. I was like, something's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
We got to talk about it.
And before we get into, I mean, we're in it now, but I wanted you to know, I have a friend whose opinion I respect very much. He is Christopher does not know, I'm about to introduce a new nugget into our podcast.
Uh-oh.
He is a high-powered television executive. And I love getting his opinion about the people that we fix. It's kind of like when the Hollywood Reporter does their unnamed Oscar voter and they do the ballot. This person's a high-powered television executive, and I started really following because we've recently fixed Sydney Sweeney. That's an episode that's coming up. And when I told him we were fixing her, his response was, "Can the fix be to place her in front of a bus?" And so I started paying attention. I was like, "Wow!" I was like, "This is an opinion I want." When I told him,
scoop.
By the way, I told him I was considering giving his opinion on this podcast regularly, and he asked to be known under the pseudonym Wolf Klitzer is how he would like to be known on this.
I know who this is, right? I'm obviously aware of who this is.
You too. I know very few high-powered television executives, so you definitely know who this is.
I'm gonna kill him, Wolf Klitzer. I'm dead. Okay, what did he say?
But when I said, he was like, I was like, we're going to fix Posh today. He said, Posh doesn't need to be fixed. That hateful son of hers does. And I love knowing that that's the prevailing opinion of the C-suite. And that's this week's Wolf Klitzer's.
Klitzer. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to kill him. Wolf. I'm going to kill him. I'm dead. Not Wolf Klitzer. Okay. No, and also, P.S., not you giving into a carrot. Not thank you, Wolf.
Kara just cemented we're doing it every week.
Yeah, 100%.
Fantastic.
Kara, since you've been boots on the ground since 2022, just go ahead. You start, and then we'll chime in with our thoughts.
Okay, so I mean, we're talking about.
Sorry, I'm already interrupting you, but like everyone knows. Like, I don't need to like start from the beginning that like he hates his parents. Like we all know, right? We're just we're in it.
Anyone listening to this podcast is absolutely up to speed about what is going on with them. That's why we're turning this around.
Yeah, so I mean, I think the quick bite where we really have to start is with Nicola, because I've been watching Nicola and I've been very much of the opinion that she has ambitions to have a relationship mirrored to like a Justin and Hailey Bieber, where they're like a power couple, and you know, like she just gets to be beautiful.
Her husband's parents,
right? The problem is that Brooklyn doesn't have any sort of discernible talent, which is fine, but he keeps trying, which is annoying for everybody else. And so with that, I mean, like, I totally understand why, if you're the child of two big name people, why you might have a bit of imposter syndrome, why you might have a hard time finding your footing in this world. But then he gets linked up with Nicola, who's this like very wealthy girl, but not really connected.
Yeah. Money can't buy fame. And she's the star.
Not in her case. Not in this case. She bought it by marrying him, basically. Yeah. Because no one who knew, I mean, other billionaires knew who the Peltzes were, but, Gossip Blog, no one knows who the Peltzes are. We weren't talking about them before.
Yeah.
Right. And even in the grand scheme of like America, Florida wealthy is still like, it's still a little,
Yeah, we're like, okay.
It's actually a lot that, but no.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think we also have to factor in that Brooklyn is a Pisces and he's like a lover boy and they got together very young. And I think she kind of like took him away from like his perceived issues with his family, which I really just think like he doesn't have an identity. You know?
I feel like that's so many young, I'm echoing Chelsea Devonta's again, but like so many young like child stars or like people that are in these tumultuous, like my parents are famous. They like get married at like 22 because they're like, I have to get out of this. And like, if I'm married, then I have to like go live in somewhere else and I can like, you know what I mean? They like think that that's going to solve all of their problems. And he's like 100% the poster child of this. No.
100%. Yeah. It's like some way to gain independence that ultimately doesn't really work when you're still, under the trust fund.
Yeah.
His Instagram is, I can only describe it as hypnotic because he does cooking videos. Okay.
Yeah.
He's adorable, first and foremost, not particularly charismatic. I don't know that if we didn't know who he was, if he would jump out to me, but he does.
Not unlike his mother.
Correct. He does grow on you, and he does these cooking videos. They're very simple. They're like obviously his favorite meals in his picturesque kitchen, and they are things like chicken parm.
Yeah.
Well, literally chicken parm. It's his favorite. I know that this is his favorite meal because sometimes I doom scroll through his fucking cooking when I'm going to bed at night, when I'm drifting off, since we started quote unquote covering the story. And he's so normal and so hurt and so needy. That's all I think of when I'm watching him, just based on his delivery. He's meek. You know what I mean? And I don't mean to insult him at all, but he's just sort of, you can see how one powerful woman took him away from another powerful woman because he needs a powerful woman. Period.
Exactly. And how those two powerful women came head to head. Although I really think this is more like Nicola's perception than the actual reality. Like this whole dance at the wedding sounds so wild to me.
Half of the people that were there say this was nothing like Victoria Beckham was just being Victoria Beckham. There was nothing like overtly sexual. Nothing was weird. And then other people who were there say the entire room was uncomfortable. It was so, Nicola ran out. Brooklyn was clearly upset, but it's like, I don't know. I'm sure the truth is somewhere in the middle there. I'm sure she was inappropriate. I don't know why, but I don't think she like fingered him.
No. Again, I was like, she was grinding on her son. I was like dying. But like in reality, it's like, it was inappropriate because she was like,
the first dance,
and it's like supposed to be with the couple. Like how many like reels on Instagram do I see of like a mother-in-law like ruining the like gender reveal of a baby, and it's like then the wife is like, we got divorced 2 years later because my mother-in-law's a fucking cunt. Like, you know what I mean? Like there's so many things like that you see. Like it was just like the celebrity version of that.
Yeah. It's entirely possible that the nugget about the dance being sensual was something that was added by a person that was pissed that she was introduced as the most beautiful woman in the room. It's the mother of the bride, and then to have mother of the groom, and then to have the dance with Brooklyn. So, if I'm trying to exaggerate, if I'm upset about her doing that, I'd probably add, and she was grinding on him as well. Or
you would. Yes, you would.
I bet that's where it started. Oh, sure, I would. Well, I would say she was, because I'm obsessed with fingering. I don't know. It's just it's such a foul word. Kara. I'm sorry.
No, please.
I can't stop saying fingering.
We also have to like factor in that like when you're a rich early 20s person, you're deeply self-absorbed. Yes. And so anything that may have, and you're in a wedding, anything that might have like taken your day and your moments from your wedding is like the worst possible thing you can do.
And it's already always about your parents and your future mother-in-law and future father-in-law. It's already always about them because they're A-list celebrities. And so now even on this day that's supposed to be about the two of us, it's still about you.
Yeah.
Right. Even if it was all above board and they weren't grinding and there was no incestual relationship going on with mother and son.
Exactly.
Like it would still be like annoying, and I can still see where they would be annoyed by it.
Things that probably meant nothing to David and Victoria because this is just their everyday life meant everything. Because
they live in the fishbowl. Right.
Yeah.
She's probably been caught fingering any number of people and no one has said anything about it.
Exactly. Everybody gets fingered.
And then, but then I'm gonna
just happened right now in my home.
You are? Oh,
not you, please. Are you kidding me? Okay, two things. One is that I've never seen someone that is such an obvious like melding of mother and father than Brooklyn Beckham.
True.
He looks exactly like her and exactly like him. It is wild.
That's cute.
Okay,
wild. Yeah, can't deny him.
There's no paternity test needed here. And then now let's flip over to the other side of this whole thing. Victoria and David are like liberal, very like in the arts, like very blah, blah. Nicola Peltz's family is like MAGA, Palm Beach, wanting to go to Mar-a-Lago, like, and not to bring politics into it, but like that does matter.
It is part
they're
of
like,
it.
And again, they're British,
part of it.
and then they're like these fucking like Republican, like American losers that are rich, you know what I mean? That are like gross, like they so desperately want to be famous and they're not, and they even have all this money and they still can't be famous. Yeah. And they look down on them for that too. You know what I mean? Like that, I do see where the animosity does grow.
Totally.
All I hear from makeup artists around the city and people that have like hired makeup, all I hear on the streets is that she has tried every single way possible to become famous. Like with all the money in the world backing her, like treating makeup artists like garbage. Like people have said that she is an absolute fucking nightmare.
Yeah. Well,
I'm constantly telling the story of her allegedly pushing her nanny down the stairs as a child.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm always thinking about that. It's on a loop in my brain.
Like a nightmare. Like anything she was ever doing, like just horrible to everyone, like treating everyone like garbage. Like I've heard people come out of the woodwork to tell me, like, make sure you say this in the podcast that she's like a fucking cunt.
Yeah, I am not surprised by this at all.
And he loves it. And he, again, that's his fucking mom. He's like, oh, mummy, like, here I come.
Right.
Suckling on the teat of my wife now. Like, you know, they say you marry your parents. Like, there we go.
It also very interesting to me that like in his Instagram story, you know, announcement of the breakdown of his family.
What is it called? Like his magnum opus.
Yeah. 90% of it revolved around the wedding. It's all like things that happened with the wedding, at the wedding. It has nothing really to do with like anything before that or anything after that. It was like, you know, we have to make sure that you keep your trademark of the name before you get married. She's nuzzling up on my neck while Mark Anthony's, you know, playing a song. It's everything, the dress, everything surrounded by the wedding, which really feels more like a Nicola situation.
And so I am so fascinated by a family that litigates on Instagram. And that's why I've been obsessed with this. Yeah. I just like, I can't, like, if I litigated a family problem in front of the planet Earth, I don't know how my parents would kill me, but they would, actually. We would all disappear, the three of us. Like, there would be no response. There would be no backlash. There would be, you're done. Like, we don't talk about family business like this in front of the entire planet.
Oh, God, what do we even do, guys?
I just love how like the wheels really popped off from the blocking, you know, the Instagram blocking, the back and forth in the media. Cruz really is the messiest one of all. And I appreciate him for that. Because really like a lot of this kind of stems from him and his dating Brooklyn's ex-girlfriend.
Right.
Which Nicola then was like kind of the final straw of, okay, well, we're not going to be around the family if the girlfriend's here. And it's really just been hell from there.
And to bringing us current, which is Victoria and David have both fluffed it off in public. And they're like, this is just a family problem. Everyone's unfollowed each other on Instagram. But now the siblings that are in the UK are now posting. Cruz has posted a photo of him with his siblings. And most recently, Harper, their daughter, has posted as well, which everyone is probably rightly viewing as like a thaw. I mean, they are all children, essentially. I know that Brooklyn's 26, but they're kids. Like the four of them know they have a shared nightmare. I'm sorry, I mean a shared experience. But they're the only four people in that, the kids in that fishbowl that know what it's like. So
100%.
If they get back together, and I know we're about to fix them, if they get back together, it's going to be because the kids will probably initiate it. I think we're here, Christopher. I think we're at the arena.
I'm curious to know, like, where do you guys ultimately land? Are you guys team David and Victoria, or are you team Nicola and Brooklyn? Or are you team family?
I'm team no one, because I think they
kind
all
of team
have
family. Yeah, I think I'm team family / no one. Like everyone, this is a family problem that we're watching play out. You know what I mean?
Everyone
this
has
is a mother-in-law, daughter-in-law controversy. It's like, it's something that happens in millions, if not billions of families, but because they're famous and rich, we're getting to see how it plays out.
Well, and let's not forget that didn't David like say like, no, like Nicola can't come to my birthday party. Remember, he was like, you can come, but not your bitch wife. You know what I mean?
So yeah, Brooklyn and Nicola went, and supposedly they stayed there for either a long weekend or a full week, and no one, they tried to see David and Victoria and it didn't work out. You will never know.
But that's insane. Like, you know what I mean? That like your child is there and you don't see your child and his wife. Like that makes no sense.
Well,
Even
I
if
feel
you
like
can't-
everyone in this situation is a little bitch, really. So
no,
it's hard to pick a
every
side.
single one of them, the younger siblings, David, Victoria, him, Nicola, her parents, I'm sure are monsters. Like every single one of them has blood on their hands. Not one of them is clean in this situation.
Yeah.
It's giving me some Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni. Like, you know what I mean? It's like they're all, everyone's a little bit guilty in this situation.
Yeah. Yeah. This is like entertaining for me. Like, remember that very special episode where Kim and Courtney got into a fight and all their body makeup got in
and
the
they like
hallway?
punched each other. Yeah, it was the best ever.
This is like this. Like, I want to see this.
Yeah.
All right, Christopher, it's time. And I'm just telling you right now, don't try to pull a fast one and say that David and Victoria should do a regional production of On Golden Pond, because I'm already doing it.
Okay. Here's what I want to happen.
Okay.
We can't do a reunion. We've pitched that before where it's like they all sit down on a couch and talk. They're never going to do it. Victoria will never allow that to happen.
Yeah.
I need dueling sit downs in succession with each other. Okay.
A la their Netflix docs, remember? They each had their own.
A la their Netflix docs. But I need like Oprah to sit down with Brooklyn and Nicola, or like someone of the Oprah staff, like Gail.
Walk them around Montecito.
My nemesis, Diane Sawyer. You know what I mean? Like, and like someone of like that we trust.
Yeah.
Needs to sit them down and be like,
no shade, but not the girl from Call Her Daddy. This is not a Nick Viall situation. We need actual journalists.
No. I'm talking old school, school, like Orpah Winfrey. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Not
you know what I mean? Like, I need her or Gail. I need a what? Like, we're going full Megan. You know what I mean? Like, I need like this highly anticipated sit down.
Anderson Cooper. He's free.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, he is free.
He's got one less job now.
Right. But like not Anderson. I need Oprah. I need a woman to be at the helm of this. But I need like Nicola and Brooklyn like sitting down in these gorgeous outfits and they're crying. She has a little tissue and she like blots her eye so cutely behind her little teeny sunglasses. And then and I need them to just like go fucking hog wild. You know what I mean? I need to hear every single thing. I need to see video. He brings out video of the dance. I need to see all this stuff. I need their whole dog and pony show they're going to do. Like the Instagram story is not enough. I need to sit down and I need everyone to dissect it. And then like the next week, I need someone else. Like if Oprah does the first one, Gail does the second one, or like who's like Oprah's nemesis? Like who's someone who's like opposite Oprah, like Joe Rogan, or like he's not opposite Oprah, but like someone else that's like on the different side. Then Victoria and David are forced to sit down with someone. And then we have these dueling like, they're
like
communicating.
Piers Morgan?
Maybe Piers Morgan, actually. That would be beautiful. And we have these dueling like sit downs. And that just stirs up even more of all this, because then they're going to all say the shit that we then go in. And we're not going to end this anytime soon. They're not going to sit down and say good, like they're not happy with each other. It's not going to happen. This is Harry and this is Spare in the air. You know what I mean? This is not, we're not fixing this in 1 second. But I need a bunch more dust kicked up. And I need like us to really go there, because then we can start to do, because we're going to not care anymore. Like it's going to be old. Like we don't care about Harry. Like they still try to make us be like, Harry might reunite with the royal family. We don't care. We're like, whatever.
We're done.
What does it matter? We don't care. We need like the iron to really strike. And then it's like, oh fuck, like they might have to actually meet up with each other. And then it's like, oh my God, we see that Brooklyn was with David at a coffee shop. You know what I mean? Like talking. Yeah. And like, then like these, we can start to trickle out like some reunion situations. And that keeps them in the press for another 3 years. And that's my fix. Cause there's no goal here for them other than to just stay in the news cycle.
Yeah.
And we all know that, you know what I mean? Like they can do whatever they want, but that's my goal is to have this elongate through bombshell interviews.
Jesus.
Love that.
And that's my pitch.
Okay. I'm taking that in. I'm ready for Dominick's pitch.
My pitch is
Uh-oh.
no, it's a little shorter, it's a little simpler, but I didn't want to say that. I'm not trying to be a bitch about it. It's just no. I just need this is very what do you give the girl who's got everything? Like how do you Wolf Klitzer's right. Victoria Beckham doesn't need fixing.
And she never did.
I am on a bridge and I'm jumping off of it because of Wolf Klitzer.
The London Bridge?
In all seriousness.
The Tower Bridge.
It's falling down. It is seriously. She already has everything, so what can she do? I am not exaggerating when I say that I think that what is happening with the Beckhams, if it escalates, could cause a foreign affairs issue with the United Kingdom. Because if the Peltzes are photographed at Mar-a-Lago while the Beckhams continue to do their very liberal tour of British politics and they're friends with royalty, and it's like, that's not a good look. This is going to end. I'm moving forward with fixing her by firmly believing that this is going to be resolved by summer because the kids are going to do that. So if this has to be part of my fix, then that's fine. I think the kids are going to start talking to each other and set something up to get their parents back together. But barring that, I want Victoria Beckham to run for a seat in Parliament. I think that is her next step. Not David Beckham, who I think is the more obvious choice.
Dominic.
Victoria Beckham.
I don't hate it.
At the moment, I can't remember what the member of Parliament's called, so I'm just going to say parliamentarian Victoria. What is it?
I wouldn't know if you did know it. I'm just go. You could have said any word. I'd be like, sure.
What the fuck are they called? Hey Siri, what do you call a member of the British Parliament?
Like you could have said congressperson, and I would have been like, sure,
yeah,
feels right. Senator,
a Whig.
Thank you, Siri.
A Tory.
The British Parliament is called a member of Parliament. An MP. Okay. There we go. An MP.
An MP. I know that.
Don't be a bitch, Siri. Again. Anyway, and that's my pitch.
I like her in a ruffly shirt and a really chic suit, like
that she would redesign.
Going to like, you know what I mean? But like going to like campaign, and she can lose, right? Like she doesn't have to actually win the race, right? She can lose.
It's better for all of us if she does lose, actually. I think she should just run and lose by a hair, and then we'll all know we're probably better off. Like when Cynthia Nixon lost, we were like, thank you, we hear you, we feel seen. Just let's do Sex in the City again. And look how that turned out. Maybe we should make her president.
And just like that.
Well,
okay. Unfortunately, I am operating from a let them hoes fight mentality. So I am going to have to go with Chris's pitch. I want drama. I want
I pitched this with you in mind. I don't always do that with the guest in mind, but I knew that you wanted bloodshed. And I did recently pitch a lot of bloodshed in a pitch, and I didn't get anywhere with it. And so I knew you had bloodlust like me.
Well, this is unfair. I didn't know that there was a Nepo situation happening. I want my mother to be the guest judge next week.
P.S. You know that our parents would 100% pick the other one on purpose. Like we would all
without even knowing.
Totally.
Yeah. Also,
Oh God. I mean, I do want dueling sit downs. Like I was joking, but I would love it.
Well, Christopher, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Kara, this has been an absolute whirlwind.
This was lovely. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, this is fun.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Tell everyone where they can find you and where they can listen to your podcast.
Yeah, my podcast is called Everyone's Business But Mine with Kara Berry. You can listen to that everywhere you listen to podcasts, and give me a follow on Instagram at Everyone's Business But Mine.
Dominic, where can people find you?
The website's domintary.com. My Instagram page is Dominick Pupa, where I am quite active. Christopher, where can the listeners of this podcast find you on the World Wide Web?
You can find me at the Chris DeRosa. You can find the show at Fixing Famous People, and you can find the Patreon at patreon.com/Fixing Famous People. I wish you both well, and as always, where's Shelley? Goodbye.
And Nancy.
And where's Nancy Guthrie? Where is Nancy Guthrie? For real, people. Where is she? Where is she? Where's Shelley? Bye.
Where is she?